Alright everybody, today I'm going to go through and show you how to break down the Ford medium duty truck data plate, what all the numbers and letters mean, what materials you're going to have to figure that out. So last Sunday I was watching one of J.C. Smith's videos. He went out to go recover 3 trucks he had just bought. One of them being a 1975 Ford F500, and he was trying to figure out what that truck came with from the factory as far as an engine goes. He was fairly certain what it was, but he couldn't find a lot of information on the internet. So I sent him a message and offered to break down the data plate for him. And we got talking, and he asked me if I'd ever considered doing a video of it, and I honestly hadn't. So with his permission, I'm using the data plate off that 75 F500 he bought, and I'm going to show you guys how to break it down. 73 to 78 trucks all used FT engines. 79 is a kind of a standalone year. That's the first year for the 385 series of big blocks, the 370, 429. So for 79, you're definitely going to have a 79 book to do it. I didn't have a 75 book. I've got a 1970 book. I've got this 1977 book, and I got a couple other oddball years. But the 77 book is close enough to 75, and it's still an FT engine. And they didn't change any of their letter designations as far as engines go. So that's a copy of what the data plate is. And that's how they decide to break it all down. And that's what his is. So for doing just the basic data plate, warranty plate breakdown of engine, color, type, transmission, axle, all you need is an appropriate year truck shop manual. This one happens to cover engines, but any of the truck shop manuals, whether it's engine or drivetrain or chassis components, all have the identification code breakdown on the front of the book. So as you come through all this, now it gives you the body, letter designation, trim colors, some of this is specific obviously to Bronco or light trucks, and then you start getting in the medium duties. You have 500, 600s. There's another section for the heavy duties, trim schemes. Medium, heavy conventional F series trim, conventional L series, tilt cabs. And then it comes through and it starts to break down all your truck series codes. And also in F50s and F500, F65, F66 are both 4x4s, F70s, F700. And it goes down through every option they had. Now, JC was fairly certain that the engine was a 330, but he couldn't confirm it with what he could find. So if you go to the fourth digit of his VIN, which is a C, gas medium, F and B 500 and 600, C, it's a 330 2V medium duty. And for those of you who grew up working on old stuff, you know that a 2V stands for 2 Venturis, so it's a 2-barrel carburetor. If it was a factory 4V, it would be a 4-barrel carburetor. But the only 330s that they offered were medium duty and extra duty, and they were both 2Vs. No 4Vs were optioned for that factory in a medium duty. Gives you all your paint codes, front axle, light and medium trucks, heavy trucks, district codes, and the district codes is where the truck was ordered from originally, and then everything beyond the first 2 digits means it was special ordered, and the only way to figure out what the next series of numbers is to find the original district sales office, contact them, and find out what that truck was optioned with, special ordered. And there's a whole array of things that it could have been. The model codes gives you the gross vehicle weight, yeah, there's a lot of them. N series, LT series, L series, C series, axle ratio codes, transmission codes, and they break it down into medium duty, F and B 5 and 600, heavy duty, W series, so I broke all of his down for him, going through everything. So the wheelbase is 158 inches. The color, exterior color is a raven black. Type GVW is a F501. Truck series is an F50, which is an F500. Engine code of C is a 332V medium duty. Model code being an F501 as a GVW is 16,000 pounds. Assembly plant code V is Kentucky truck. The body was 48. 4 is a black seat, tan color components. 8 is chassis cab, steel regular. Transmission was A, new process, NP 435, 4-speed. The axle was 41, Rockwell D140, a 13,000 pound capacity, 583 ratio. DSO was 464621, so it was ordered out of Indianapolis, and the last four digits, the 4621, denotes what it was special ordered with, which you can't get out of any of the books. So that's a shot in the dark unless you want to try calling around to see what district sales office originally ordered it. Figure out what it came with special option. Sometimes that stuff was shipped out to an upfitter, and they upfit a body onto it right from the factory. And then there with the asterisk, because it only listed a rear axle code, no front axle number listed, so you have to default to the factory standard equipment of 5,000 pound capacity. Now I also included the 501 16,000 pound GVW. That's a 1.5 ton truck, 158 inch wheelbase. Nominal body length is from 7.5 feet to 15 feet, and it's got a 25,000 pound gross combined weight rating. And I got that by coming over to another book I have, and this is the Ford truck data book. When you went into a dealership and you ordered a brand new truck, they would go through this book, find out what you wanted as far as vehicle size, and then you could just get everything what came on it standard, or you go through the options, what you could option that truck out with. And it covers all the light duty, medium duty, and heavy duty trucks. So if we start flipping through here, we come into the series, F100, 600, F500, and if you remember, the type was an F501, so we come down to F501 right here. $16,000 pound GVW. It's rated as a 1.5 ton truck. Wheelbase is 158 inches. Body length is 7.5 to 15 feet. And the gross combined weight rating was 25,000 pounds. So that kind of answers some questions about what your truck and trailer can weigh total, so you don't overpower your brakes or damage the engine. And it lists it for everything they had that year. We get into the index for the 500 to 600 series. Again, they give you the standard GVW, the max GVW, and the max gross combined weight. Start coming through. Sorry about the shadow from the camera. They list the models, GVW, front and rear gross axle weight rating, engine, rear axle, springs front, and rear, tires rear, dimensions of the truck, and the base curb weight. So depending upon your wheelbase, and also he'll J.C. Smith's truck was 158-inch wheelbase, 84 cab to axle. Overall length is 230.6 inches. Front weight of that's 2,995 pounds. Rear weight was 2,020 pounds. Total weight as a cab and chassis truck is 5,015 pounds as it rolled off the factory. And then it lists all the standard equipment. Engine equipment, front axle, rear axle, brakes, cab, clutch, springs, shock absorbers, transfer case, if it was an F600 4x4. Your brakes. And it continues on into the F600s. Same deal, you know, all the different model numbers, all the possible GVWs. Triangle's a standard GVW rating plate. Asterisk was an optional GVW rating plate. And then he was kind of curious about PTO for that truck. I personally don't know if it had one on it or not, or if he was possibly thinking about putting one on it. But I had to go to Bodybuilder's layout book. And here in the Bodybuilder's layout book, it gives you all the dimensions, number of teeth, pitch, pressure angle, RPM of engine, me doing this breakdown for him answered some questions that he had about the truck. You know, what engine was supposed to be in their factory, what transmission it had. And thankfully I was able to give him the answers to the information he was looking for. Once you get up into 1979, you know, the basic layout stays the same. This is actually my 79 F600 4x4. What it came with: F66, 374V, built in Kentucky. GVW's 21,700, 158-inch wheelbase, candy apple red, model code, vinyl standard trim, black trim, chassis cab steel regular, Clark 285V, direct 5-speed. Ordered out of the Houston office. Rear axle is a Rockwell H172. Front axle's got power steering. And this is out of a 79 book I have. Now everything stayed the same, and a lot of the numbers carry over. between all the years. And like I said, the only difference with 79 being it's got the 385 series of big blocks in it. And with mine being a 4x4, the only two options for the model code anyways, an F65 and an F66 for the 79 model year. Engine code M374V, 6.1 liter. Export low compression. Gas engine codes. They did change those when they went to the 7 to 900 series and the N600 and C600 parcels. Diesel engine codes, more diesel engine codes, Cummins, Detroit. Color options for medium and heavy trucks. You get into the type in GVW. F600 4x4, F650, F660, F661. Those are the only three type codes that were a factory 4x4 from Ford. You know, plenty of upfitters converted them too, but those were the only three offered from Ford. 17,200 pounds, 21,700, and 24,000 pound GVWs in a 4x4. L series, N series, C series, body, axle codes. DSO numbers, front axles. Both for the States and Ford of Canada. I have not found any place online that can decode the medium duty truck numbers. I haven't been too concerned about it because I bought the 79 books 8-9 years ago when I bought my F700, and I never had much of a use for well, trying to locate one online because the books have it. And I keep picking up more and more literature along the way to help me understand these trucks and what everything is, and sometimes having the factory part number is a good thing. So glad I was able to help somebody out. JC Smith's not the first guy I've done this for. I've had some other guys that were looking for information on some of the forums and groups I belong to, and I've been more than happy to tell them what their truck was originally, despite what it looks like when they bought it. So I hope this helps you guys out with trying to figure out how to decode your data plates and try to sort out what was supposed to be in their factory. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you liked it. If you got any questions, go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll link both the J.C. Smith's videos from when he picked up the 75 and his Will It Start video down in the description. So until next time, you guys take care, and thanks for watching.